Over the years, I've picked up a number of useful watch reference books, and while a few are written in a foreign language, ultimately it's their photos that are the true value. The first book I will review will be the 1994 Museum of Japanese-Made Watches by World Photo Press. Incidentally, it's referred to as a Mook, which means a magazine book hybrid. It's 222 pages, mostly in Japanese, and for reasons I cannot quite explain, it has an English language history of Citizen, Seiko, and Orient. Let's begin. Here's the table of contents, strangely partially in English. I will note that there's relatively little information available on pre-60s Japanese watches online, so this would be a good source for those with that interest. From here, we'll look at a slideshow of some of the featured watches. First off, here are two of Seiko's most iconic divers. Note both use the same high-beat 6159 movement. Also, please note that you can actually do translations of these pages by downloading the Google Translate smartphone app. Once downloaded, you take a photo of the page in question, and the program will do a translation of it. And while it's far from perfect, it is better than what we had before, which is basically nothing. And here we have a rare Orient cushion-cased 1,000-meter diver from the late 60s. I've always wondered if the case was Swiss in origin, as it was a very popular one at the time. And here we have an Orient Diver from the same time period. Note the Rolex-inspired handset. I've never seen this on Yahoo auctions, and it would certainly be a very interesting watch to own. And here we have Seiko's wonderful one-button chronograph. This is the 5719 version. Note that the lower one has a plastic bezel. This tends to crack easily and is almost impossible to replace. Hopefully 3D printing can remedy that in the near immediate future. The translation indicates that this was some sort of military watch used by a paratrooper. Not much else is known. And here is a JLC Memovox-inspired Citizen alarm. And here is a Grand Seiko from 1966. The caliber is a 5722A. It retailed for 27,000 yen back then. And finally, here is the extremely rare 5718 chronograph from Seiko. This is even harder to find than the already rare white-dialed version. And as usual, thanks for watching. In my next installment, I'll be reviewing this Japanese Mook.